Hello and welcome back to Good Game Nation. We bring you all things TCG. My name is Preston. I'm here with Sam. Say hello.
Hello, we're back talking about One Piece.
Heck yeah, we are jumping right into the news this week. On Twitter, they've been posting a ton of cards, and there's a few at the very end from the 3v3 live stream they did. Um, I think we can jump right into the Twitter. What do you think?
Absolutely. The first card is going to be this Linlin that dropped. Very cool, very cool. The Linlin is 7 cost, 7k special. It has 3 character traits: Land of Wano, 4 Emperors, Big Mom Pirates. It also can be treated as Charlotte Linlin, so it's just Big Mom Linlin. Trigger: if you have 1 or less cards in play area, you may play this card. Preston, what do we think about this Linlin?
I love that it's Land of Wano. It makes my Arlong Wano deck just feel so great. Uh, and then it has a decent trigger. You possibly could set this up with like a Katakuri and stuff like that, so that you can make sure you get this trigger effect, get it for free. 7 cost for free is quite incredible in my opinion. Um, we'll have to see if it fits anywhere. And since it has the Charlotte Lynn name, it should work with the Zeus and Prometheus and any other um,
Yeah.
crazy cards that will buff her. So, pretty cool.
Cool card. Loving the art.
Yeah,
Next card
absolutely.
is the Viola.
Yeah, Viola, green character, 3 cost, 3k power, Don Quixote Pirates, 2k counter. On your opponent's attack, tap 2, rest up to one of your opponent's Dawn. What do you think?
So we needed a 2K, right? So we have a 2K for Dofi, so she's immediately going to see large counts if Dofi is played. On your opponent's attack 2, rest up to one of your opponent's Dawn is a weird effect. We really appreciate the utility from Scratchman, though. It's just a little more counter aggressive, but you're always going to have these Dawn up. So I could see this working in really niche situations, but this is a 2K for the deck. You have to play it, so it's a little C play.
Yeah, we'll see play, that's for sure.
Yeah, more than you can say for other cards. On to the next one. We have a Bart. The Bart is 3 drop, 3K, Drostrosa, blocker, and it's also a 2K combo. This is an interesting card. Preston, what do we think of this guy?
Um, I like it. I like the character. He's fun. This is peak Bartolomeo. Um, a 3-drop blocker should fit pretty well. I'm pretty sure that the searcher searches Dressrosa, so he's
Hmm.
going to be searchable. And he's also 2k counter. I'm trying to think of
There
what
isn't.
black to offer for this, but having it have blocker gives you utility on board. It being 2k is incredible, so it fits into a lot of the crazy stuff like toss it into Zed, another 2k counter with utility. I think anything with 2k counter that has a playable effect is worth playing. So
Hmm.
we'll have to see how many it gets played at, but Bardo Club all the way.
Bardo Club all the way.
We got a Luffy stand this one.
I really enjoy the art of these cards. I love seeing the background of it. It's so entertaining. He's such a cool character. Barto is
Yeah.
me.
So funny.
So funny.
So rude. Speaking of rude dudes, we got this gorgeous Sanji. This is Sanji, yellow character, 4 cost, 5k power, Vince Mope family, counter 1k, blocker. Trigger, you may trash 1 card in your hand, play this card.
Yeah, this is a really cool card. I think one of the things Yellow was severely lacking was a decent playable blocker. There really wasn't very many options. This is searchable with most of our searchers. The what's her name? Pudding.
But
Pudding searches Sanji, so you're able to pull this with her as well. You're not able to pull this Aparo, but that's not too terrible. It also has 1,000 counter. This is a pretty good card. I think it'll see play. Probably won't see fours or anything, but I think it'll come down to 2 or 3. just to give you another option for these late games that can get kind of crazy in these yellow games. So I think this card will help that a lot of those key matchups into red, which is the key matchup. And then the art is absolutely gorgeous. This is probably one of the really cool ones as well. Really enjoying the art from this season.
Oh yeah, it's great. Absolutely incredible.
Well, and then next we're here with another event card that's a rare, I believe. We haven't been getting a lot of these, but we've been more recently been getting them. This is Gum Gum Red Rock. It is a 6-cost event card. Straw Hat Crew. Main, place up to 1 character at the bottom of its owner deck, and then trigger, place up to 1 character with a cost of 4 or less at the owner's bottom of the deck. 6-drop, remove anything. Preston, what do we? Is this a good card?
It's hard because it's an event. In my opinion, if you're paying 6 of your 10 Dawn, like, you're not playing this on curve, you're playing this to end a game. You are removing anything, so that's great. It's hard for me because I don't want to play 6 cost for this. Like, I don't want to pay 6 cost for something that doesn't have an immediate attack going on. Like, I'm not going to be able to attack with this card. And that might just be my play style. At 6 cost, you're getting close to being able to play like the starter deck Dofi, wait a little bit longer, you have Mihawks and stuff like that. So it's just weird to put it into an event. The trigger's pretty great, being able to dump a card with 4 or less. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling whatever about it, but I'm sure that's a bad opinion also.
No, I think that's a reasonable argument. I think it probably won't see high counts, but I can definitely see this taking place of those one-off Sobbles that we were playing in set 1. And also, I think Blue Purple Crocodile is probably like, this is nice. And I get to draw off of it? Yes, please.
Right. Is he punching Kaido?
Oh, he's punching something. No, this is the random guy in... wait, who is this? I actually don't know. I thought this was the random guy in Wano he was beating up, but he's wearing his coat, so this is towards the end.
I couldn't tell. It kind of looks like Kaido because of the arm tattoo.
Is this the boat that we're taking out? I think this is the boat we're taking out.
I don't know. Art's, again, incredible. I don't know what's going on at the bottom half, but it's really cool.
It's gone. Whatever it is no longer there. He destroyed it.
Ready for Usopp?
I'm always ready for Usopp.
This is a good Usopp too. Another incredible art. They're just dropping bangers on in the art field for this set. Usopp, red character, 4 cost, 5k power, Alabasta Kingdom, Straw Hat Crew. When KO'd, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with an original power of 5,000 or less. Counter 1k. Yeah,
this Usopp's just looking at his effect, this is a really interesting effect, especially because red is very go. So I don't know if this fits a lot of red's current meta. I don't think we've seen a lot of the newer set of red. We've seen very little. We've seen the secret and SR, maybe a couple commons. So I don't really know where red's going yet. This is a much, like I said, slower play style than what red's particularly playing. I don't think this fits very well in Zoro or Whitebeard. I don't think you're going to be seeing any of that. So I think it doesn't fit currently, but it does have a good effect. I like this KO effect. This kills a lot of things. It has the potential of stopping a lot of attacks. It has that Magellan feel as well, where you don't want to kill it because it's going to cost so much. But eventually it has 5k power, so it's going to keep hitting you and hitting you and hitting you. So you'll have to respond with it with either bottoming and top decking it or something really annoying to avoid its KO effect. But a good effect. I just don't know if it fits. But it's a good card for the future, hopefully.
Yeah, and if you have a VV on board, this guy's swinging with Rush, so...
Just hidden. Does VV just make everything 5k good then? Is that what's happening?
Anything 5k and over 3 cost.
Ah, that makes sense. And then I believe this is the last SR of the set here that we're going to bring up. No, we already counted. This is the 10-drop blue 1200 Kaido. The art is just, especially on this alternate art, it's absolutely thrilling. I think we've talked about on the channel a few times where they never really use their hybrid forms. It doesn't really show the art, but here they are. They watched the channel. There it is. They did it for us. Kaido's Animal Kingdom Pirates for Emperors on play return up to one character cost that costs 8 or less, and up to one character cost that costs 3 or less to the owner's hand. So 2 bounces, 10 drop, 12k. Preston, is this card good? Is this card bad? What are we thinking?
We were just talking about how an event card that bounces 1 for 6 is meh. This is a character with the highest power that we've seen in the game. That can then, basically you're attacking at 12k the next time you swing with this. After clearing 2 cards off your opponent's side of the board.
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
You do have to tap out for it, but it is in blue, so you have a lot of resources in blue. When I saw this card, I thought blue-purple Kaido, blue-purple Croc, but also it's just a good blue character. So this could be splashed and stuff. I'm seeing the key trait for Emperors pop up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If we get a really interesting for Emperors leader, we have a searchable, like, I'm assuming at some point for Emperors is going to get a searcher, and we have a bunch of these guys now, and they're all ridiculous. But this is just a good card. I can't hate on it at all. The only thing that's bad about it is its 10 cost, but its effect is ridiculous. So it's good. I think it's good.
Yeah.
It's good, right?
Yeah, a lot of potential. It, like you said, Blue Purple Kaido is frothy at the mouth, but they have a ton of big drops, so it's probably highly contested there already. So I don't know if it'll make the cut on that alone, but it's definitely a card I think you have to think about. I think it might be more interesting than the 10 drop Kaido that you currently play. That's probably a huge plus. You don't have to minus so much. But yeah,
I just over the nuke and.
Yeah. Especially since I think Blue Purple Kaido has been trending up with all these new cards. So I'm really loving seeing the support for these decks 3 sets down the line. Gives me hope for Magellan next set and my boy that got left behind. You know, all of them got left behind. Maybe they'll come back for you.
Yeah, we love Magellan here. We don't stop talking about it. It's awesome. But speaking of Blue Purple Kaido support, we got another one here with Who's Who. Alright, Who's Who, 1 cost, 2k power, Animal Kingdom Pirates, 1k counter. On play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 Animal Kingdom Pirate type card other than Who's Who, and add it to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. We finally got an Animal Kingdom Pirate Searcher, a proper Animal Kingdom Pirate Searcher. None of the smile nonsense. What else? Tell me what else is good about this card.
It's an amazing card. It's only good for I think one type of deck. Unfortunately, I think this is specifically for Blue Purple Kaido. I think the one thing that deck was truly missing was consistency, and they never had a Searcher. You don't play turn 1s in that deck. Now you do, and it's a good searcher because you don't really probably going to run any other Who's anyway, so you're not really missing on this. You're able to pull your Onigashima. I'm pretty sure that has Animal Kingdom Pirates. You're able to pull your Jacks, your Kings. You're able to really get this deck going. And that's probably the only reason that this has been missing out of our high meta reasons. I would love it for it to have 2, but I'm very happy that it has 1. This Blue Purple Kaido list is shooting up in my mind. I haven't really tested it much against Current Red because Current Red is abusive and mean. But now with the Searcher, I think this deck has a solid chance of, cracking our higher tier list. I'm really excited that these decks are getting support further down the line. It's really exciting to revisit these leaders.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there's Queen. He might benefit from this someday also.
He's hanging out.
We don't know what that deck's going to be yet. We've gotten very little of it, but this will probably be in that deck also.
I hope so.
Being able to search at least all of the blue cards that are coming out from this set.
Yeah. There's still a King. We haven't seen it either.
Yeah, and who knows what we're going to do with the yellow side of that deck, but we'll figure it out.
One day.
Sometime, yeah.
And then there was 2 other cards that we're going to preview. They were showed in the 3v3 stream that Preston talked about. I have them on Discord because they're not on the Twitter. Pull them up. The first one is, shout out Orange Samurai, of course. The guy is on top of it. It is a black event card, cost 3, called Gum Gum King Kong Gun. I can't tell the rarity. I think it's uncommon. Main, choose one Dressrosa type character, power 6,000. After, if you trash 15 or more cards, this character gains double attack for the turn. Trigger, draw 3 and trash 2. There's a lot going on with this card. There's a buff, and then there's this really cool trigger effect. I'm thinking Big Mom. I'm thinking these crazy things. There's a lot of things here. What is something you're looking at this card?
So you have to buff a Dressrosa character? Is that
Yeah,
what it's saying?
it is correct. Choose one Dressrosa type character. Give them 6. I'm assuming this means give them 6,000 power. After, if you trash 15 or more cards, if your trash has 15 or more cards, this character gains double attack for the turn.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is pretty cool.
Wow.
Because it's a 3-cost card that you're going to be playing in the mid to late game, which is great because you want to have all of as many dons to do as many cool things as possible in your mid to late game. Picking a card with 6,000 power shouldn't be too hard. Black is very invested in dumping things into the trash, so it shouldn't be hard to get that effect. So you should be able to pump someone up 6k and get double attack without issue. If it's saying choose a character that's Dressrosa and has 6,000 power, that gets a little weird. The translation isn't super clear. Sam read it as it's written, and I don't understand what's going on. So whatever it is, I think it's going to be a great card, 2 or 3 of in this black deck, because it should be searchable. And it has a ridiculous trigger. If this pops out a trigger, I'm immediately using it. I don't care if my character doesn't have double attack in a couple turns. I want 3 new cards in my hand. So I think it's incredible. Whatever that main effect actually ends up being when it's translated properly, I'm sure it's going to be totally fine and extremely usable. And then the trigger effect just is the icing on top of this really cool card.
Yeah, the trigger is the reason I went straight to Big Mom. If there's any like decent splashable Dressrosa characters with a couple good effects, I could see a world where this gets talked about or played. And yeah, we haven't seen it. I don't know if we've seen enough of the Dressrosa yet, but the SRs are really promising, so this card is exciting. And then the last one is this Beji. Trigger, up to one of your opponent leaders can attack during this turn. 2k combo, though. It's a 2k combo. Yellow desperately needs this, and it's a trigger. I think this is pretty good.
It's a disgusting trigger, too.
Yeah.
Thinking of all the leaders that aren't this set's leaders,
That's
this set's
true.
leaders has 2 leaders that don't attack already anyways.
That's true.
So if you're playing against any of those, it's dead. If you're playing against Iceberg, you're probably winning because you're playing against Iceberg. So
Or you're struggling because Iceberg's a low-key goat.
I don't know. But
Hot take.
It has an interesting trigger that's going to stop 90% of the decks here from allowing them to attack with their leader. Leader attacks are, I think, very important up to this point. So there's that. And if you choose not to use it, you have a 2k counter in hand, and you get to look at Beiji, which this is another really freaking cool art. So
Good card.
it's good. It's good. I'm expecting it to see play for sure.
Yeah, with your diagnostics, I think that's a 4 of by that. Red Yellow has been struggling with their 2Ks, and I think this slides right in. And yeah, you're right. The art on this card is this man's a king.
Yeah, this guy is hilarious again.
And that does it for news. A ton of cards. Did we miss something? Is there a deck that one of these cards fits in that makes them immediately GOAT tier? Is Blue Purple Kaido? Is that the one? Is that going to be a card? What do we think about all these blue purples that are seeing a lot of play? Is that? I think that's it, Preston. If you're still here, please consider doing the YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Is this the best art we've done for this set so far?
I think for card, I think that's true. But But man, set 3's SR like alts were awesome. Like Aisha was like super cool. So, but for card, I think this might be the one.
Very few anime panels, very few manga panels. Just all original arts.
All original art is key to my heart.